and today I'm here with another DIY project. I know I look kind of crazy right now, but this is kind of an idea that came into fruition a couple days ago, and I managed to get it together within a day, and I'm really excited with how it turned out. So the DIY project, as you can gather from the title and what is next to me, is this door sign. So I've been really into filming, TikTok videos and obviously YouTube videos, as well as some Instagram stories. So I thought instead of doing, 3 separate signs, I was actually just going to combine them and make them into one sign. And I'm excited to share with you my process and how I was able to do that. So this sign is great for someone like me who doesn't like doing certain activities, including filming with other people in the room. I just hate having my boyfriend be in the space with me because then I get embarrassed and I get distracted. I've had lots of instances already since the whole social distancing started where I'm filming something and he thinks that there's something wrong because I'm spending like half an hour in the bathroom when I usually only spend 10 minutes. So I thought this sign could basically just eliminate all that confusion, and I'm really happy again with the way it turned out, and hopefully you guys will be able to do something like this for yourself with whatever materials you have at home. One more thing I do want to say is that I really tried to use the materials that I already had. I did not spend extra money. I did not buy any extra supplies. This was all things that I had lying around, and obviously depending on what you have lying around, the process might be a little bit different, but I do hope that this can help you, especially if you're like me who just is spending all your free time filming and editing videos and you don't want to be disturbed. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So here are the materials you're going to need. I'm going to link anything that I can find below in the description box.
No need to worry, you'll be my safety. We can run away to another place.
So the first thing I'm going to do is going to lightly outline where I want all the words to be. I chose not to use a ruler because I personally didn't need it or want it to look perfect, but if you did want all the words to be the same size, the same length, you can absolutely use a ruler.
No need to worry, escape reality.
Here I drew the rough lines of where the sliding is going to be, and then I started outlining the social media app logos that I wanted this sign to showcase. So that was TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Now I'm going in with a Sharpie and just outlining everything that I outlined with a pencil. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can see that I'm going through some of the lines because they were honestly a little bit rough for me. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I didn't necessarily need it to be perfect. I just needed the message to come across. I also made the creative decision of not necessarily filling in the words because 1, I didn't want my Sharpie to run out of ink, and 2, I actually liked that it was a little bit more blank.
No need to worry, you'll be my safety.
And now I am getting my card and just kind of trimming and cutting the hinges because that's the part that I need the most. And you can see in a moment that I end up flipping the cardstock so that the front card that is green and has other, drawings on it, I ended up making it more on the inside. I will say and definitely recommend that you find a card that is actually white on the outside and the inside, because the moment I flipped the card over, the hinges kind of loosened up a little bit and it wasn't as strong as it should have been, and you can see that towards the end of this video. But now I am using some Gorilla Glue to kind of glue one side down. I thought that by spreading the Gorilla Glue it would make the glue go on better, but that actually didn't. It was just way easier to put Gorilla Glue on directly instead of spreading it out after.
I couldn't want anything more. Just hear me whisper that your dreams lie here with me.
So for those of you who have never used Gorilla Glue before, it's a great product, but it does take time to set. So here I end up putting a really heavy comic book on top of it. And here I am going to start doing the hanging string part for the sign. So here what I did is I cut 3 full arm extended amounts of string, and I ended up plaiting them together. It did take some time, and in a second you will see that it ended up being a little bit long, but I am a firm believer that it's actually better to have more than less of something, especially when it comes to a DIY project. So what I do is I end up splitting that plaited into 3 sections and end up plaiting them again, so it ends up being even thicker than the single plait version. Once that is done, I knot the other side, I trim it off a little bit, and I come back to the sign. Here I actually use a note card. I trim it a little bit so it fits into the sliding section, and then I split it again in 2 so I can move them individually. And now we are going to put the sign together. So I put some Gorilla Glue on one knot and then hold it down for a little bit, and then put Gorilla Glue on the other knot, hold it down for a bit. I end up putting a comic book on top of it so it sets even more, and then I start putting the other side of the sign on top.
Run away to another place, no need to worry, you'll be my safety.
And again, definitely recommend putting a book on top of it so it sets even better and stronger. And once that is set, which won't take long, your sign is good to go. I hope that process was super easy to follow and the video was helpful. I know it might look a little bit complicated, but it really wasn't. It was a great DIY project. I spent maybe, I would say 5 hours doing it, including all the waiting time. So, you know, it definitely does take up a portion of your day, but considering how we all have time now, I don't see why not. And at the same time, I didn't really just want, you know, one side to be blank. I wanted to utilize both sides of the sign. So obviously one side, the most important side, is the filming part, and I really wanted this to be able to slide around so then I can basically inform my boyfriend what kind of video I'm filming. Not that it really matters, but it's helpful for me to know as well. And then obviously the other side is workout in progress. I also hate working out with other people in the room, so I thought having this would again eliminate any problems that I have where my boyfriend walks in or walks out on me working out and then I get embarrassed. Anyways, so that is the end of this video. I really had fun doing this DIY. I hope you had fun watching it. And of course, if you end up making something similar, please show me. You can find me on TikTok at the Sophia Lou, and also you can always tag me on Instagram. It's with the same handle, the Sophia Lou. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to start using it, and I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below, but otherwise I will see you next Sunday for another video. Bye!